One of the most common questions I generally get from customer is how to effectively manage their schedule as well as staying on top of their daily responsibilities. So today we come up with a very exciting webinar, which is basically with the title Time Well Spent, Mastering Your Calendar and Tasks. All right. So I'm excited to walk you through how to make the most out of your CRM calendar, especially where you can easily view and manage your events. Whether you're coordinating meetings, tracking deadlines, organizing follow-ups, understanding how to navigate and customize your calendar view can really make a big difference in how efficiently you work. So by the end of this session, you'll have a clear understanding of how our system works, and help you streamline your daily workflow and to keep everything on track. All right, so just a quick introduction for those who don't know me. My name is Matthew, and I'm a CSM here at Prospect, handling specifically APAC region. And basically, my role is here to ensure that you get the most value out of your system, as well as guiding you through to this session. All right, so let me stop my to show my face so you guys can focus on the webinar and the slides. All right, so let's have a quick look at today's agenda. We got four key topics to cover. We'll start with quick recap of the core feature, how to access your calendar, manage your events, and stay on top of your tasks. Next, we'll dive into what's recently been updated. That include a sleeker calendar setup, that makes scheduling easier, along with enhanced task view that give you more clarity and control over your workload. Next, we'll walk through the upcoming migration of our task system with new AI, new user interface as well, much sleeker. And we'll be covering, what's changing, the transition timeline, and what you're expecting going forward. So one keynote here is the Outlook integration will only be available after the migration is complete. So you need to migration over to the new system, like new features. We'll make sure exactly what that means for your workflow and Outlook integration. So now that we outline what we'll be covering today, I want to talk about what you will be walking away by the end of today's session. So what is the key takeaway basically? All right, so these are practical benefits that you can implement immediately to make a significant impact on how you manage your time, tasks, and prioritize using your calendar and task tool. Okay, so first we'll unlock some of the most powerful yet overlooked calendar and task feature. So the word here is calendar and task feature. So these core tools are designed to help you streamline your scheduling, better manage your priorities, and stay on top of your day-to-day activities. You might already be using your calendar, but they are hidden functionality that can save you time and reduce stress. Think of it as discovering a new level of productivity with tools that you already have. So next is basically we'll navigate the new task view. These updates offer a clearer and more intuitive layout with clearer priority indicators. So the word here is priority indicators. So there are high priorities, low priorities. So this means you're able to quickly see what's due today, what's overdue, and what's need your immediate attention, making it easier to manage your daily workload. And then finally, we'll prepare you for a smarter task system on the horizon. So the task system migration brings a new structure and exciting features like Outlook synchronization. What we mean by Outlook synchronization is basically your calendar is directly synchronized with your Outlook calendar. So what you see in your Outlook calendar is basically what you see in the CRM calendar as well. And we'll walk you through what's changing, why it matters, and how you can prepare now so that the transition is smooth and you can take full advantage of this improvement as soon as you complete the migration. All right, so now I will stop the video. For the next part, we're going to straight go to the demo. In general situation, our demo, meaning I'll show you a trial account of how I'm basically using the system. But this time it's going to be a bit different. So today I prepared some images to walk you through everything step by step. So for the first part of our agenda, I choose it this way because it's more like a reminder rather than to show you. It's more like a reminder of what the calendar feature is all about. We ever did webinar on calendar that, Abby show you how to do step by step, but today is more like a reminder. All right. And what is new about this webinar is basically the task and migration system, right? So don't worry, because at some point during today's session, I will jump onto our demo account to show you the whole new user interface as usual. All right. So we start with a quick refresher on calendar task functionality. So for those who never used calendar previously, to navigate to your calendar, you just have to select calendar from the left side navigation menu. You'll be given the option to unlock the calendar by connecting to your account. All right. And here you will have to select connect to start. If you're an admin, you'll connect straight away. But if you're trying to log in and you're not an admin user, ta-da, you need approval from admin. So for your Outlook calendar to display in the CRM, you must first receive the approval and then provide the CRM with access to your Outlook calendar. All right. So as you can see in the fourth image, once you choose an account, and you click on accept button right here, your CRM, ta-da, is now connected to Outlook, and you can start using the CRM calendar. Previously, it was quite different because you didn't need an admin approval. You just connect your Microsoft. But now you need this approval, because everyone's calendar is different, right? So now the setup is done. You just click on the calendar from your left-hand side menu and you can directly see all the tasks. All right. So as soon as you are in the calendar area, the first thing that I want you to take a look at is that you have different views, So if you go and have a look at the top screen, by default, you will see generally it's work week. So it will show you Monday to Friday, But that can change easily just by clicking on the arrow right next to the work week. As you can see in this picture, it will give you different options such as you want to view it by day or by monthly basic, but we usually go with work week, right? So beside this, if you have a look on the right hand side of the corner, you can actually look at other people's calendar, which is this. I can choose to look at Gabriel or Josh Sutton or Hamiza or Jan. So yeah, you can actually look at all your colleagues' calendar as well. Another thing that I would like to add in as a reminder is that the calendar is a live, direct reflection of what you got in your Outlook calendar. All right. So everything is up to date. Whatever you see in your Outlook calendar, you see it in the CRM calendar as well. It's literally the same. It's mirror, right? So please do not hesitate to click on refresh, this button here. This is basically, refresh button. If you don't see it being properly synchronizing, probably it means that the CRM haven't updated. So you just click this refresh, you'll get the up-to-date news. All right. So moving forward, as you already know here, take a look at this. All right, so here you can see all the details of the events. So for example, if you double click on a meeting or event set by you, immediately you will be able to see details of who is attending, what time is it, what kind of category is it. You can set category as well, and more importantly, rather than going to Teams or going to your Outlook to join the meeting, you can actually straight away join the meeting from the CRM. So this is something that are very handy, and something important that I want to remind you here is that you can see in this image, take a look at the private appointment part, which is the red in color, right? So it shows private appointment. So even for the rest of the team, if they want to view your calendar, they will still show that it's private appointment. So don't worry about it, So basically, it's similar to how Outlook does it, all right? So, before I go further to the next slides, maybe you're wondering what is the benefit of all this, So please allow me to say that the benefit is really huge because you got one place to actually able to manage all your events and meeting as well as your tasks. So let me go to the next slide and let me show you. See, as you can see in this image, right? Bottom right hand corner, you got a section called Today and Overview that shows any of your CRM tasks that you got overdue or due today. So at this moment, these are all categorized by color. Okay. So the red one means overdue, so you gotta get rid of them. The yellow ones are due today. So these are all very important because this shows that you're able to see everything in one screen and you can find the best way to manage your tasks. So, for example, by looking at this image, these instances, I can see that I have 9 tasks in total to work. And that in the next few days, as you can see right now, it's Wednesday. In the next few days, which is Thursday and Friday, I'll be quite busy with meetings and I will not be able to make any headways with my tasks. However, according to the calendar, today I'm very free. So today I can ensure that, I'll want to settle all my today and overdue tasks, including maybe write out some of my admin stuff as well. So this is when I really need to kind of getting top of my list. Like through this calendar feature, I'm able to identify when is the busiest moment of the week and what day can I do my admin tasks or what day can me as a salesman do my cold calls, stuff like this. So yeah, it's good to know that when is the deadline for your work just by looking through this calendar feature. Okay, so moving forward, we are going to leave this presentation on the side and go to our demo account. All right. So as you can see here, ta-da, whole new user interface. It's very, very much different, right? So this demo account is where we can see Prospect CRM now with a fresh new look, reorganized. A few things to make navigation faster and the interface even easier to use. In this quick tour, I'll walk you through everything that's changed, why you can find your favorite tools, and most importantly, reassure you that the CRM work just the way as it is. It's just that, they move a few things around. All right. So let's start with the navigation bar on the left. This navigation bar. All right. This is where you find a few new buttons, that have been moved from the top side. Last time it used to be on the top, now it's on the left. All right. So that includes global search. I can click here, global search button. All right, the global create button here, and your personal settings. If you one you can go to this here settings as well as your account, which is this three little dot here. See my settings, I can just click in and I'll go to my settings. All right, so um then we have the task list here. Okay, one very important thing here is the task. See, so the task list here and the help center, which is here, you know that previously were located on the right hand side. So previously there is the help, there's the task thing, all on the top right hand. Now it's all here at the bottom left, right? And just like before, you can collapse, or expand this navigation bar using the toggle that's right up here. See, ta-da! All right. But now I want to talk about the benefit of the new task. Okay, and I'll show you how to enable this for a system and why you should do this. Okay. So thanks to your feedback, this new task is packed full of enhanced update that drive productivity and visibility within your team. So basically, you can now create and set multiple tasks per company, contact, opportunity, or problem. This will allow your team to more easily, the word here is more easily collaborate on the same CRM record. Because one CRM record, if you're dealing with huge like maybe one of your client that is very huge, maybe 5 or 10 of you might be dealing in the same CRM. So this new task feature is going to make it more easier. That means that you have more complex opportunity or problem that can be broken down into multiple tasks. This means that basic project management is possible, and it's much easier. Okay, so tasks can be created independently of a parent record now and improve reporting on task creation and completion, including who created and completed them. All right, so now the most important one is basically, let me show you how to enable this. So first you need to, all right, so first, to enable this, you basically need to go to system settings here. All right. Click the search icon, this one, and just type in the word task, T-A-S-K, task. All right. Once you hit enter, you will have select this enable button. All right, and this will migrate your CRM workspace to the new task. This new task were launched last fall, and we received a lot of positive feedback from our customer. And since then, we've been improving, the new task system based on improve of our customer and stakeholders. So if you have any ideas, you can always reach out, to your CSM to tell them about it. If not, you can always go help here, You can go chat with us or product suggestion here. Technically, this new user interface was created because of a lot of people upvote in the product suggestion. All right. So, oh yeah, but be aware, one thing that I want to highlight here is that once you migrate to this new user interface, reverting back to the old task is discouraged as it is likely to cause technical implication, which requires development input that's gonna make the whole process a lot more messy. So please do be aware of this. And also, when you migrate to the new system, that means the whole team is migrating, not only you alone. So let's say you have 10 users and one user chooses to migrate, the whole team migrates. So yeah, okay. So I would like to continue now with the demo and show you something that we did not have before on the old task list. So for example, now we go to this dashboard. All right, so we go to this, there's a lot of dashboard here. So we go to overview dashboard, okay? Which is right here. And you can see here there's task list. Give me a second. This task list, all right? And but the most exciting here is you can actually click show more button. All right, and this will then open a default report. Give me a second. Yeah, default report of your task. Okay, so this is basically a demo account, so there's nothing to show. But in general here, all right, you can click the pencil icon, like you can click, you can click this three dot on the top right hand corner and click filter. And here, imagine you have 1,000 of your tasks, because you work in a company for a year, you have probably do 1,000 tasks. Here, you can choose whether you want to view active, that means currently active tasks, or you want to look at completed tasks, or you want to look at deleted tasks. So we can choose whatever to filter this report and make it more concise. You can also add in filters, for example, when is it created, who is it created by, when is it last updated, so you can just click continue and you can see. So you want it to be created by for example, in the past. Obviously it doesn't make sense if you click tomorrow. All right, so, and who is it created by? Is it by, for example, Adila? Is it by Amy? Or is it by Andrew? You can view other people's tasks as well when you're the account manager and you want to view how your team is doing. All right. So I'll leave it at that. So now we're gonna head to the task list here. Okay, let me go back. Task list here. All right. And just find the task that you wish to be marked as complete. All right, so let me take a random overdue one. All right, so for example, this one. Okay, so if I want to mark as complete, you just click on here. You see, mark as complete. Just click on this circle icon, and this is basically how we mark as complete. And the new thing of this new task feature, the word is task feature, once you mark as complete, you can actually add an outcome and you can just click it and ta-da. So for example, let's say this description I put reach out to, who's this person? Okay, reach out to Tess. Okay, then what is the outcome? Test completed. The person is happy. Example, So yeah, this is basically how you do it, you know. Choosing to add an outcome is basically, when you choose to add it, you notice you open up this record again. So then you can just basically key in an outcome if you want. So Basically, outcome is a place for you to add notes after the task has been completed, including meeting minutes or any additional info. Maybe the customer didn't pick up and you just plan to give up, you can even put it in the outcome. So because the fact that, like just now I show you in this task, you can have a report, right? So by completing this outcome, making it to a habit, make it easier to understand a task full life cycle. So you can even go into this task list and filter. Probably you can filter all of the tasks without an outcome, and you can take a look at it. And I want to mention something very important here, which is any changes made to the task will be saved automatically. What do I mean by that? Example, I accidentally typed the word LOL here. The moment I leave this place, the description will be saved with this LOL inside. So please be mindful when you're typing in, because any changes will be saved automatically. All right. So, okay, now I'd like to tell you how can you complete a task from the activity. So for example, let me go to another one of it. Example. Okay, let me go back to today completed. Why not? Let's go to this. So this is the activity site. Okay. Okay, so this is the activity site. And if you want to just complete a task, you can just simply click this as well. Or it's the same thing. You just need to click mark as complete, to be honest. And you click this, then you'll be done. See, you can add an outcome again as well if you want to. All right, so take note something very important, which is you will notice this month, 2022, we see even the process in sales process to date. So all this is basically giving you detailed information on what's going on. All right, so this feed shows any task that aren't complete for specific records. All right, so for example, this one, hyper, for example, this one. Uh, So let me go to another one to show you. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me go to this one, CSM management. Okay, so as you can see, due on when. So upcoming and overdue show you a list of tasks that you haven't completed, whether is it this month, last month, and you can even be in the year before. So if you want, always look at activity to see what's going on. And all these timelines includes not only the completed tasks, the word is not only the completed tasks, but also any orders, activity notes, and email if you save them. All right, so please remember to pin any notes with a description that you want. For example, if I pin this one, check in again. All right, so if I pin this, it will come up at the top side. All right, so as you can see, so probably out of, like, let's say tens or twenties of tasks that you have, maybe some of it is very, very important. So you can just pin there. All right. So another thing that I want to add on is that, activity feed can actually be filtered, which you go to, see add task beside here. But before that, I want to mention something, which is, for example, when you're creating a problem, whether or not the priority is high, you can always click from here. So if the priority is actually high, you'll notice from the task feed, right, it will pop up at the most top hand side if there is high. So for example, so for example, you have a very important meeting that you need to attend. Out of the tens of hundreds of meeting that you need to follow up, remember to put it as high priority so that you will always be aware of it. Right. So if you click on this, all right, you basically able to filter to see if a specific user has a task allocated for this problem or if he was tagged. So for example, in this activity, there is 10 salesperson and you only wanted to view one of it. You can click this filter activities, and it will show you the particular thing that you want to see. All right. So in order to maintain accuracy and prevent error, always ensure that you have all this tick up. Another thing that I would like to add here is that now you receive notification if there are any changes to a task description or detailed information. Basically, once you make some changes, you'll be notified. So if a task you are assigned is completed or being cancelled by someone else, the word is being cancelled by someone else, you'll be notified, ensuring that you're always aware of its status. And whenever a task is changed, a new assignee will automatically receive a notification ensuring that there is a smooth transition and clear ownership. So with that being said, we enable a setting allowing all customer to turn on new tasks for your workspace without needing any developer intervention. So basically, remember, just go to settings, system settings, and at this top right hand side, click find the word task. So by doing this, you are not needing any intervention from us. So don't worry about so the PNC will be upheld. So you can just decide, with your team whether you want to follow up with this new task feature. You shouldn't encounter any issue. Touch wood. But if you do not hesitate to let us know, and we'll be more than happy to help. So APAC region, you can reach out to me, Matthew, or Roxas. And if you're still unsure about the new task feature, we have a series of helpful articles covering both the calendar and tasks that I can share with you. Or you can just reach out to your CSM. I will encourage you to do so because your CSM will try to guide you through things because I believe every company have their own desired workflow and you can ask for opinions. So yeah, let us go back to our presentation. So just remember, all right, so just remember, today basically our key takeaway is this three: unlock untouched calendar tools, navigate the new task list view, as well as getting ready for a smarter task system. So basically, calendar feature is a place where you're able to know your workflow as well as what's your upcoming schedule look like. Rather than going back and forth your Outlook calendar, you can now just look it through your CRM. And navigate task view is basically having a newer interface where you can navigate it much easier. More importantly, adding outcomes so you can build specific report from it. All right, so I do hope you know that your opinion matters, your suggestion matters as well. So please go to the product suggestion and suggest, oh, why can't Prospect have this? Us salespeople need to have this particular features. Just put in product suggestion. We usually come up with a major update every quarter. So yeah, I honestly hope you find this session valuable. So if anything, feel free to ask.